If we'd have had a 15-minute break, it would have all been gone. So I congratulate you. You all have some willpower that none of my agents and brokers ever had to have. But it's really two things I want to warn you about. When you get tied up with Mark, I was coming here to listen to Mark talk today. And then when I committed to that, all of a sudden I found out, he said, okay, you've got about 5 minutes, you got to get up here and talk a little bit about it. So, okay, what am I talking about? So, I jotted it down in the back of the room. I want to talk about, first of all, can I use your little pointer?
Yes, right there.
I want to talk about this, first of all. 6 years ago, when I picked up the phone, and it was Mark, and he was talking to me about some of the things that you're going to hear about today, one of the things through the course of our conversation got down to this personality masteries. I have to tell you, in all of the things that I've seen in the 35 plus years I spent in the real estate business, the real estate franchise business, and in sales in general, this has been the most powerful thing in my life. If you don't do this program for anything else other than yourself, what it's going to allow you to do is to understand how you think, why you do the things you do, why you present the way you present. Because when I saw the power of what this personality masteries was, and I thought about those 140,000 sales agents I had out in the marketplace, and every opportunity they have to sit in front of, in most cases, a couple, and communicate with them about the advantages of home ownership, the chances of them actually connecting with both of those people sitting in front of them were really like, what, 1 in 4, or maybe even higher than that. But if they'd have known about this personality mastery program and could have sit there and asked a couple of fun questions, did you find those questions kind of interesting and fun? I thought they were kind of fun. I laughed at them all the time. All of a sudden now they're closing because I could deliver the same amount of information in 2 different ways at the same time, and each of them are going to say, wow, this person understands me. It's not delivered the way I want to deliver it. It's not delivered the way I would like to have it delivered to me. It's the way that it's delivered to them, the way that they like to have information presented. And all of a sudden that bond is right there, because those people are sitting there saying, this agent really understands me. Work the same way for you and your people in your organization. So, personality masteries it changed my life. I wish I would have found it a lot sooner than I did, because I guarantee you Century 21 would have had personality masters in the organization. But now I want to spend a little bit of time about the 530 grid. Because you see what Mark said is really true. This is the DNA of any business. And I want to illustrate it by this way. If you look at these 5 things, marketing's job is what? To get people to raise their hand. We're interested in your product. Pre-sales job is to now take those leads and sort through them and make sure that the ones that are ready to make a decision right away, they've done what with? Push the sales. The ones that aren't, their job is to work with them, cultivate them, to get them to move forward, and then push them off to sale. Sales job is to close the sale. Servicing job is to make sure that the product gets installed and serviced and talk to the people. If they're happy about it, Client for Life is to, almost like a second sales team, to say, are there any other products and services we have that we could help you in your business or in your life with? Or could you refer somebody to us? So that's what those things are about. But I want to focus right up here because, see, I had a big organization. I ran the largest residential real estate company in the entire world. But you know what? We failed here. And if I'd have found this a lot earlier, we'd have been a lot more successful. And I want to tell you why. Because what I found with small businesses is what happens is marketing gets out and generates leads. Then what do they do with them? They turn them over to sales. Okay? Now, a good salesperson is going to do what? If I got 4 leads, what am I going to look at? Which one's going to close the fastest? Why am I going to look at it? Because I won't make money fast enough. What am I going to do with the other 3? If I don't see that they're going to do anything in 35, 40 days, I'm going to mark them as dead, right? And I'm going to move on. So let me give you what happened in our organization, the company that I work for. We had put this program in place where somebody could go online if they were interested in the property. They could fill out a little email that would be sent to whoever had that property within 60 seconds. They'd convert it from type to voice. Your phone, your cell phone would ring. You'd pick it up. It would regurgitate it back to you and also send you an email. Pretty good system, huh? 60 seconds, I could respond back to you. But all of a sudden, I went down one day and started talking with our IT guys and said, how many leads are being marked dead? You have to understand, in order for the lead marked dead, the agent had to mark it dead, the manager had to mark it dead, the broker had to mark it dead, then it came back to us. Okay, you ready for this number? 50,000 a month. Okay? How many is that a year? 600,000 leads. Okay? Why? Because what we were doing was marketing was generating a ton of leads, but they were going to the salespeople. What were the salespeople saying? If it ain't going to close in 30 days, it's a dead lead. I got to get on and make a living. Okay? So I went out and said very quickly, I said, give me 5,000 of those. I want to go out. And I went to a support desk. I gave them a script, and I said, I want you to call these 5,000 people and tell me the result. I wanted to pull a gun out and shoot myself when I got the results. Here's the result of just randomly drawing 5,000 leads that weren't put through a pre-sale process that we marked dead and moved on. 40% of those folks had done what? Bought. And who did they buy from? Our competitors. Right. Another roughly 40% was what? They're still looking. They're still looking. They're still out there looking. So that's another, good 40% of revenue that we had the potential to get. Then there were 10% of them that just said, you know what, I've decided not to do anything in real estate market today. And then there was about another 10%, I'm rounding these numbers up, but about another 10% that were truly bogus leads. So when you sit down and look at it, there were 80% of those leads. Had I had that kind of a system in place, we could have probably doubled, tripled our revenue at our company, and probably even gone higher if we had implemented our personality masteries with all of our sales associates. If I were still president of that company, I guarantee you that these two programs would be implemented, and nobody in that industry would ever catch us. And I would suggest to you the same thing can happen in the printing industry. You want to set your competitors on edge? Put these programs in place, and I guarantee you, as the guy says with the suits, I guarantee it, that you're going to see sales increase. And and especially with the personality masteries, just being able to communicate with somebody the way they want to be communicated with and understand what that relationship is so powerful in a business relationship. I really appreciate the opportunity of being here with you today. Mark, thank you very much for allowing me to say a few words. I'll turn it back to you.
Thank you.